Headbangers Ball, I'm Ricky Rackman, and we got Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies. Now, you told us earlier that around July 4th we're going to have a new album from you guys. Yeah. Now, you want to give us like a little hint about some of the songs and maybe what some of them are about?
Yeah, the title was taken from two different songs. One of them is like Give It Revolution, and that's kind of why it's on the 4th of July. And the way a lot of people look at things is like what's happening in the world in Eastern Europe and stuff and all the freedom and things like that. And with the suicidal thing is it's like there's a war that's going on, and all wars are not fought with guns and they're not fought with fists. There's a war, and you know, each person has to deal with. And when we say Give It Revolution, it's not about politicians, because there's no law that can make you free. Someone can't pass a law and say that I'm free. That's not it. You have to be free inside yourself and stuff. And you can put me in any jail you want in the world, and I'll still be free because I am who I am, and I believe in it, and no one can change the way I think. And I think freedom is something that's not like, okay, you're free now, go off and do it. No, that's something that you have to gain for yourself, that you have to fight for. And like I said, it doesn't have to be with fists, but it's like life's a war, and you know, you're gonna have a lot of battles and sometimes you lose. But the whole thing is when it's all said and done, you win the war, and that's what Suicidal's about.
So when you're writing songs, you're writing about your personal feelings and how, let's say, a suicidal outlook on everything that's going on with you guys, rather than writing about girls and cars.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things, you know, it's like, personally, like, talking about Satan or something doesn't really excite me, and talking about chicks, you know, it's like, that's cool, I can do that with my friends, but it's like, hey, it's like what we always say, if you're going to do something, you do it, you don't talk about it. And with us and our attitude and what we're doing about it is like, you know, we've been in the band for 8 years, and I don't know how much longer we'll be doing this band, but we got to go on with our lives after it's over with. And if this is our claim to fame, then our lives are screwed up, because this ain't got no meaning as far as it comes to the real world and stuff.
What does?
What does?
From your point of view.
Well, basically, when it's talking about, people say, well, what the suicidal lyrics about is my world. But see, my world is the whole world. And it's a lot of times people put me down for the way I see things. But they were never there when I was a kid, and they never were there when I went through things I did. And before they can put down my world, they better take a walk inside my world. And when they take a walk inside my world, they're going to see things differently. And I'm not telling people to see things the way I do. And I'm not saying, a lot of people say, you got a bad attitude. I don't got a bad attitude. I got the best attitude there is, because I won't quit. Because I'm going on and I'm going to do things, and being on this show don't mean, oops, I was going to say a bad word. It don't mean, you know, it don't mean a lot to me, you know, it does to some other people, and people always, when I say that, people get upset. But it's like, you know, I'm going to be 40, I'm going to be 50 if I make it that far, and there's a lot of things that are a lot more important. And when you see things in the world, and when you see people die and people that get screwed up that you care about, you're telling me it's important that you got like a song that goes #1 on the radio. It don't mean a lot to me, you know?
Well, it's real nice to hear your point of view, and I hope we can have it back here again. It's Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies. Now let's check them out in action. Here is their video, Waking the Dead.
Kept getting harder. So hard, in fact, that nervous promoters around Los Angeles have been reluctant to book the band for the last 5 years. That may be changing, though. With a new album out called Lights, Camera, Revolution, the group finally scored an LA gig last weekend. It didn't go all that smoothly, but it did go like this.
There's always someone there going, hey Mike, you know, we've been noticing you've been having a lot of problems lately, you know? Maybe get away.
Suicidal Tendencies is a controversial band of thrash punks who have been unable to play in their native Los Angeles for the last 5 years. The band's 1985 shows were marred by violence, and fearing more problems, concert promoters had declined to book any more Suicidal Tendencies shows. But the band's R.J. Herrera says that was 5 years ago, and he says the whole gang violence issue has been exaggerated.
Media tends to blow things a little out of proportion, and things start rolling, and then it keeps rolling, and then it's hard to kind of get things back in your own court.
Last week, after a record autographing session at Music Plus, an LA record store, the band played what was supposed to be an 8-song mini-set in the store's parking lot. It was something of an event, since the group hadn't been able to play a Los Angeles show for 5 years.
We've been trying to and stuff, but even on this tour we can't, so we're hoping this goes off. I mean, it's not really a show or something, but at least we'll be able to play a little bit.
But the fans were definitely psyched.
Suicidal, most outrageous band, never played in 5 years. It's going to be the best concert ever.
They're cool. I love their songs. They're a pretty original band and stuff, and they're really good live.
Suicidal Tendencies.
We come to play. You never have birthday.
But police shut down the show after 6 songs, even though nothing dangerous seemed to be happening. Despite what appears to be a bad rap, the band hopes to someday be able to play a proper show in its own hometown.
Sometimes you gotta fight with your fist, sometimes you gotta fight with your mind. Whatever it is, you always gotta know who you are and fight for it, because if you're not worth fighting for, then there's something wrong. And I think I'm worth fighting for.
Lights, Camera, Revolution, the new album from Suicidal Tendencies, thinking as hard as they play.
You buy and they, with the wild billories sweeping off and birds and stuff, my inspiration tape was my NWA. Throw that puppy on. Enjoy that. See, tonight we're playing in at L'Amour's in Brooklyn, and it's one of those places where it's not exactly the coolest place to play. It's a big club. They stick about 2,000 in there, and it gets very hot because of that. And you'll get up there, it'll get 120 degrees or so. Occasionally you'll see the rain dripping from the roof from being so hot.
Take with me to every hotel, everywhere I go. I can't sleep without G. They call me G's for gold, gangster G, whatever, suicidal G, okay? Yeah. G-boy. What's up? This is my best friend. And I thought you'd all like to see it. I mean, this is actually...
And I've got D. See, look at this. I've got D.
See, we had these made up, we were
What's C? Wait, C.
202, my dear. Hey, what's up? You ready to go, huh?
Yes, I was asleep. The smile on my face again. Can you come in? Did you show him the beautiful G on there?
Yep.
It's time to get ready for the gig. All right.
Notice the G? I had my mom make him one too.
Rocky's is rather doubles as the game room.
Yes.
Rocky's often playing games. Once again, full stereo system, CD, VCR, Nintendo, or whatever choice you have on the thing. Very, very important thing. Rocky, would you like to say hi? Rocky obviously saying hi. It's a very important moment, and it's in here. And we'll cut, then we're gonna go and make sure we can go into one of the other rooms if we're not bothering any people.
Okay.
Wait, we gotta be quiet. Robert's asleep here.
Okay, we gotta be real quiet, but now we've entered Mr. Robert Trujillo's room. As you can see, the lizard boy sleeps. Hey, Robert, what's up?
What's up?
What's to say hi,
we got our
everybody?
friends from MTV here.
Yeah, we got our friends from MTV.
How you doing? What's happening?
We're gonna be playing in about an hour, man.
An hour?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Get up.
Okay.
And
quit dreaming about them scaly rocks.
We're gonna go get and talk to Ralph in a second.
Let's go talk
So
to Ralph.
let's go talk to Ralph. Okay,
we're gonna go visit Ralph.
Let's make sure he's okay. You know, we don't want to screw down this hallway. This is another hallway here. What's that? Let's see, these right here are some quiet features.
These are for guests that.
I hear some noise. It almost sounds like drumming or something.
Is that RJ? RJ is lounging in one of the guest bunks here.
This is a ritual RJ does before
Hello, RJ. How are you?
Hi. Hi.
Before gigs.
It's my meditation booth.
We hope you've enjoyed our little tour. This is Mike.
And this is Mike.
From Suicidal
Tendencies.
Hey.
And y'all have a damn good day, you hear?
Later.
I think we're supposed to give it back to Ricky.
Bye, Ricky. I'd like to point out we're not drunk. The bus is moving. So as we swagger.
So don't get upset with the cameraman.
Yeah. So we're eating candy actually. The winkle after the show.
That's apple juice right here. That's not bourbon or anything. Apple juice.
Yeah, once again, I think they saw me pour that. Oh, we can't show that. You just see. That's apple juice.
Suicidal Tendencies, like, what is up with the new Suicidal Tendency home video?
That's a good question. As a matter of fact, he's got that, and it's going on right now. Right there. And if you want to see no more, you got to buy it.
That's right. So, hasta.
Suicidal.
Real loud and your neighbors will love you. It's called Lights, Camera, Suicidal, and it's very cool. I feel like I'm doing a commercial, but hey, it's really cool, and it includes Possessed Escape, Trip of the Brain, How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, also the heavy emotional version of How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, plus Waking the Dead, You Can't Bring Me Down, and War Inside My Head Live. Seriously, check this video out. It's very, very cool. Right now... Really appreciate ST. Let's take a look at the band live on stage. Suicidal Tendency album than the one that is out now. And tonight we're going to be having Suicidal Tendencies Road Report throughout the next hour, and you're going to see more live performances of them later, and I'm going to make a prediction right now. I think Suicidal Tendencies is going to be one of the big bands of 91s. If you listen to their earlier albums, you can see that they progress and get better and better every album, and this album kicks. You got to check it out. But now we would like to ask the guys, what is the type of things that they do before a show?
Buster!
Yeah, Buster! Whoa. Buster?
It is a Suicidal, and like to say thanks for coming down, checking us out, you know. I had a lot of fun, whatever.
See ya.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you real soon.
Always one in the crowd.
We'll see you on stage.
Yeah, and see you in the future. Check out the shows. Maybe in January in the Clash, or whatever. And hasta. Back to you, Ricky.
So what's it like now? You know, you used to play a series of clubs and stuff like that, and now you're playing a series of arena after arena.
Nice, very nice. It's a lot easier, it's a lot funner. It's quite enjoyable, and we're lucky too because a lot of the shows are general admission too, which is good for us. And you know, people with Queensryche, the crew and the band, they've been real good to us. So a lot of times you hear about bands being support and having a lot of problems. We've had no problems whatsoever, so it's like real easy.
Are the guys from Queensryche into Suicidal Tendencies?
I don't know how much, but
you've seen them watching the show.
They are now. No, yeah, they're real cool and stuff. And I mean, they, you know, understand a little bit our situation, you know, and about needing a break and stuff. And I mean, if it wasn't for them, I mean, no one's given us a break before, and I don't think anybody else would have. And so it's nice, and it's good to be able to play in front of people and people that never heard you before, and to see the reaction you get.
You guys also did something which is kind of cool. I guess before the concerts you have like this is one of the flyers of like a tailgate party you guys have where you give out free pizza and free sodas and get to meet Suicidal Tendencies. Is that your guys' idea?
Actually it was Mark Ryder's, I think, from the label and stuff, and they know how we've always like gone out in the crowds and stuff and don't really have a problem with people, and a lot of bands are like kind of scared of people and stuff. So in the football games and the baseball games, they have the tailgate parties. They say, why don't we just do something like that where it makes it convenient, and the people that autographs are important for and all that stuff, they can do that.
And it was guaranteed free pizza, so.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know they'll.
And when the Moonlight Mission is closed on, you know, Thursdays, drop on dime, pizza.
We'll be back talking to Mike and Robert of Suicidal Tendencies after these words, and right now we're also gonna take a look back in time with a much younger Mike Muir at one of their first videos.
But still ugly.